Gearóid Colmáin is a political analyst who joins us from Paris. Share with us his thoughts on this. So here you have Iran making its stance very clear. At the same time, we're looking at this guessing game, and Iran has condemned any interventions. And I'm referring to the possibility of Saudi Arabia sending in ground troops. Already they have their fighter jets in Incirlik, and reports that they have sent some of their fighters there too. Are we looking at a scenario that Medvedev said yesterday or a couple of days back, that perhaps this could turn into a world war if the sides are not careful?
Well, the West has certainly been pushing world war since the very start. The very destabilization of Syria was instigated and planned by NATO in coordination with the Gulf Cooperation Council, and Saudi Arabia is a key actor there. Saudi Arabia, of course, is up to its neck in conflict in Yemen. They've been bombing Yemen. They've been carpet bombing Yemen for over a year now, and that has caused many deaths. Saudi Arabia itself is a state that is unstable and could, if it pushed things too far, that could backfire on Saudi Arabia. It is, of course, a farce to suggest that the Western military alliance and their Gulf state allies are fighting ISIS when they've been caught in flagrante delicto on numerous occasions, supplying those very terrorists they claim to be fighting with weapons and helping them across the border from Turkey into Syria, where they have committed atrocities and crimes against humanity and genocide since the start of this NATO-instigated war. If the Saudis decide now to send troops into Syria, it will, of course, escalate. We are seeing the Islamic State is starting to spread out as the Syrian troops surround Aleppo. They do look like they're going to take Aleppo with Russian support now. But we see, as that is happening, the Islamic State is moving into Dagestan, it's moving into the North Caucasus region. And we predicted that this would happen, that as soon as parts of Syria were liberated, they would be redeployed to other war theaters, and other war theaters would be opened up. And that's probably what would happen. If that did happen, then we would see an escalation of the wars into the North Caucasus and Central Asia. China, of course, has been also battling these terrorists. The Uyghur terrorists have been in Syria. That has been a major source of conflict between China and Turkey as well. So, yes, it is becoming more and more global. And I think that the danger right now is that the Daesh Takfiri terrorists will be redeployed by Western intelligence agencies to other theaters. And that would be a major difficulty for the Russians, because they would then be faced with a lot of different fronts to face. And I think it would be a problem for Iran as well, of course, because the war would come closer to them. But I think right now what is clear in Syria is that the Syrian Arab Army are winning this war. They are surrounding Aleppo. They do look like they're going to take it eventually. And if they do, I think that will really, it would be very difficult for the Western coalition to stop this momentum, this huge momentum, of course, in Syria. We should not forget that this war, started and planned by the West, has now murdered over 470,000 people. Half of the population have been reduced to refugees. Most of those refugees are in Syria under the protection of the Syrian government and neighboring countries. Yes, we are seeing, I think, the escalation of this, but I don't think if we have a world war that it will be something like a major nuclear conflict, because I don't think that that's the way the Western powers want to play this. They want to spread the Syrian war into neighboring countries, particularly in the North Caucasus, the Russian Federation, and into Central Asia, and possibly Iran. So I think that they will try to push the war out further as the Syrian army advances.
Thank you for that. We appreciate it. Gearóid Colmáin, political analyst there from Paris. Thank you.